Distinguished leaders, excellencies, members of the international community, ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to speak not from emotion, but from law, history, and the official record of the international system. The state of Somaliland is a sovereign, independent, de jure state as of 26 June 1960. On that date, Somaliland lawfully attained independence from the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. That independence was complete and unconditional. It was recognized by more than 30 states, including all 5 permanent members of the Security Council. Among the earliest states to extend recognition was Israel, making it the second state to recognize Somaliland after the United Kingdom. As a sovereign state, Somaliland exercised full international legal capacity. It entered into treaties in its own name. Those treaties were formally deposited and registered with the United Nations in accordance with Article 102 of the UN Charter. They appear in the United Nations Treaty Series as November 5346, 5347, 5348, 5349 and 5350. These are not political claims. They are official United Nations records. Ladies and gentlemen, after independence, Somaliland attempted a political union with Somalia. But the truth must be stated clearly and honestly. That union never came into legal existence. There was no ratified and binding act of union. There was no completed legal merger between 2 sovereign states. There was no lawful act that dissolved Somaliland's sovereignty or transferred it to another entity. What followed was not a union. What followed was illegal annexation, military occupation, and unlawful impersonation at the United Nations. Distinguished delegates, it must therefore be said plainly, the entity that later proclaimed itself as the Republic of Somalia did not emerge through a completed and lawful act of independence uniting 2 sovereign states. It was a self-declared political entity, proclaimed without a valid and ratified legal instrument of union and without the lawful extinction of Somaliland's already existing statehood. Somaliland was already an independent de jure state. No legal act ever dissolved it. No lawful mechanism ever transferred its sovereignty. Somalia's continued occupation of a seat at the United Nations rests upon statehood instruments that originate from Somaliland's independent legal personality. The treaties registered under numbers 53346 to 5350 were concluded by Somaliland as a sovereign state. These instruments form part of the legal foundation that has been used to maintain Somalia's claim of international continuity. Without Somaliland's prior independence, without its treaties, without its legal personality, Somalia could not claim uninterrupted legitimacy at the United Nations. This is why Somaliland's recognition is resisted, because recognition would expose the truth. Because recognition would reveal that what occurred was not unity, but illegality. Ladies and gentlemen, Somaliland is not asking to be created. Somaliland is not asking to be discovered. Somaliland is asking for the restoration of a sovereignty that already exists in law. The date is fixed, 26 June 1960. The treaties are registered. The record is permanent. International law does not expire. History does not disappear through silence. The world may delay justice, but it cannot erase truth. The state of Somaliland exists. Thank you.